Guess who forgot to put the fence on? And guess who escaped? Gavin's going to help by mowing a strip around the outside too to get the bottom row of grass away from that wire so it doesn't ground out, and Matthew's going to help too, so we'll come back later. So it's going to be a bit of a messy job. Cobbler's pegs all over the place. I have turned the fence off now, and it's not that I actually didn't. The electric fence energizer was actually on, but I'd forgotten to move the yellow handle over to make the actual wire on the outside live. So the only wires that were live were that one and that one. Instead of all the way down there, all the way over there, and all the way back there. So, and I really should have used the fence tester yesterday when we first did it. But I was just so excited that we got it all set up. I forgot to come back and actually check the electric fence side of it. So yes. Anyway, so just mowing that edge around the wire just helps to keep the grass off that bottom strand and helps to all work better. So yeah, the mower unfortunately can't go under that bottom wire. It doesn't do too bad a job, but there's just that little bit that needs to be done with the whippersnipper, or the line trimmer, I think you guys call it in America. That thing. Anyway, so I got the goats back in the fence. I should probably put the fence back up now actually, but I've also given them a feed bucket full of food to help encourage them to stay in there whilst we're mucking around. Well, you're right, we're not mucking around, are we?
We're doing work.
We're working out, sorting out the fence.
Yes. And I holded Gwen.
You did. You helped get Gwen back in, because Gwen and Isaac were actually the two that got out. But yeah.
Isaac is quite skittish.
Yes, Isaac is a bit skittish. We haven't handled them half as much as they should have been. And I need to put the fence back up. So I'll be back. Fence is back up. and honestly, it's just a psychological barrier anyway. But having it there means that at least Evie, who was the one that was about to escape, she won't go through the fence with it there. She's definitely convinced that touching the wire is a bad idea. So yes, so that's a little bit of the update. So yes, I'll show you what it's. So we still need to. I might see if I can get in there with the snipper and do that edging, because there's not a huge amount there. That strip being done with the lawnmower it'll really do most of the work. So yes, but the automatic water is working nicely, and I'm going to start doing that. So I got 2 paddocks done, and I was just working on this third one because honestly it's mostly cobbler's pegs sticks. It doesn't even have any leaves in it. There's nothing in here. It should have been mowed weeks ago, but I just probably about a month ago I actually think we moved them out of here. I just have not been well enough. Honestly, I've been completely useless for months. See, there's not a lot of feed left in these paddocks really. So yeah, there is a fair bit down the back, but it's not fenced. So I'm going to have to find a way of having the goats out there that they're contained in some way. I think the back fence is actually all fixed now, so it might not be that hard to actually set up a, oops, sorry, bad camera work, a fence that fences off that entire back section. I'll have to investigate that, but at the moment I need to figure out the problem of the mower has run out of fuel. I think Gavin's gone to go get me some fuel to put in here. But yeah, he's doing a fantastic job of whippersnipping and mowing around that fence for me, which I really appreciate.
Matthew did do a little whippersnipping.
Matthew did some whippersnipping? Wonderful.
Only the stuff that he could do with the cord.
Okay.
There was some stuff that needed the metal blade.
Oh, okay. So he needed the actual brush cutter side of it. Okay.
Yeah, sort of.
So you had to get the petrol.
This sort of type of plant.
Yeah, those sticky things, that doesn't come out nicely. It's not just cobbler's pegs, it's another plant. But this is why it's important to mow after the goats have been through, because there's a lot of things they can't eat. And
Is it like that flower?
no, that flower is actually okay. The goats really like that. That's
And it shoots back really quickly.
That's a thistle, and it's actually really high in copper. So it's really good for the goats.
Wait.
As much as it looks like a weed to most people, that is actually a plant that I'm not unhappy about. I don't like getting close to it because it's got very nasty thorns. So don't you go near it, but the goats love it.
I have accidentally gotten spiked.
Yes, not a good plan. And unfortunately, poor Gavin's going to have to climb through all these cobbler's pegs to get over here.
No, I went around.
Yeah, I don't think Dad's going to do that. But yeah, I had already done one lap of the paddock. So what I do is I do one lap of the paddock this way. So it's got the lawn clippings, or one or two laps of the paddock around the fence so that the grass clippings go into the paddock. And then I spin around and do it the other way so that I'm spreading the organic matter over the entire paddock, so I don't just end up with one big pile of grass clippings in the middle. And the idea is that it feeds the actual soil, so I want to spread all that organic matter over the paddock, not have it all concentrated in one spot.
Because little eggs also are high in vitamin D?
No, cobbler's pegs are high in vitamin B, and they're actually, the goats really like them, and they really help to increase their milk production.
I meant vitamin B.
Yes, the cobbler's pegs are good for vitamin B and help with milk production. Not that my girls are in milk at the moment. They've dried up because I just have not been able to look after them. So yeah, I need to, when Ruth is 12 months old, I'll end up getting a buck in to go over them to put them all back into kid.
We can borrow the buck.
We will hopefully be able to borrow a buck, yes.
Wait, can't we use Isaac because he's younger?
Isaac's desexed. He can't make babies. And no, we can't use Isaac because Isaac's related to all of them. That's why he's been weathered. Anyway, here comes my petrol to be able to get the mowing finished.
Yep.
Okay, I'm rapidly running out of light, but I've gotten this paddock cleaned up a lot. It's definitely an improvement on what it was. It's not ideal. There's still a heap of straggly bits that are to sort out, and I really should go over it another time just because there's still sticks up, and I'd prefer to take them down, but it's a huge improvement, and there's going to be a lot more sunlight getting onto the ground and the next lot of grass coming up. But I'm running out of light, and I still have a little bit of more mowing that I'm wanting to do. But that's 3 paddocks mowed today, plus the stuff around the goats' pens. I might show you that in a second too. Hang on. Okay, so Gavin got in all done there around the fence, and he's actually moved the energizer over there as well, so it's not on that little section anymore. And I got all in here mowed, so it was just shocking cobbler's pegs. Although I haven't moved the hose, so there's still a line of weeds there. So, but I want to get some more done out the front. But goaty goats are back in the paddock, and I need to fix that because that is actually not live. Which is the same problem we had yesterday, because this part of the fence is actually not connected to that unless we grab this little wire here and bring that over there. So now that's actually connected. So it's probably not going to be hitting quite as hard. Should be doing something. It's not doing much at all at the moment. Hopefully it's not grounding out. But the other problem is the solar energizer that's actually not really looking like it's doing much at all. But it's also into very dry, hard soil. So I might try it on the actual star picket. That should actually be showing me that it's on, and it doesn't appear to be. That fence doesn't have much of a pack to it at the moment. Gavin said that it was hitting at about 7,000 before. So it is on, I'm not sure what's going on there, because that should be reading that it's and he went through and checked to make sure that was all on, but at the moment that fence is not hot. And I'm not quite sure why. Because that should be showing that it's packing a decent wallop, but it's not at the moment. I'll have to have a closer look at that in the morning because I've just run out of light now. So yeah, anyway, I got to go and get the mower put away. I don't think I'm going to get the stuff done out the front that I wanted to get done, just because I've run out of light. The sun is well and truly down, and I might grab those buckets. Don't want to leave those out here. Of course, the wrong one's inside the other one, isn't it? You've got the big one inside the little one. Makes a difference. Anyway, I got to get back out the front, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing what you've been up to and hearing what you've been up to. And I hope things are growing well in your gardens. And I'll catch you in the comments section. And make sure that you hit subscribe to be able to follow along with the progress of these paddocks. I do have a paddocks playlist showing how we've been going. A lot of them are out the front of the block, but we've had these paddocks set up for a while, and these front two paddocks have had a lot more attention. The goats have been in there more, and they've been mowed more. So, but yeah, the grass in this paddock is getting really nice and thick. The plants are close together. I actually had a bit of trouble mowing in there because it was so thick. And that paddock is certainly improving. So I'm really impressed with the way that the paddocks are improving. It's a huge improvement on what it was like when we first moved in, because it had had horses and cows constantly grazing for like 20 years and it was mostly dirt. But yeah, anyway, I'll catch you in the comments. Remember, you're either green and growing or you're ripe and rotting, and God loves you and so do I. Bless you.